In middle school, my science teacher took us on this field trip to a self-sustaining island. And so everything there, they grew themselves. They didn't have a lot of contact off the island. We were met by this woman named Hannah with long brown braids. She was like, "Welcome to our island. I'll be your tour guide." And she took us into a dark hole that was their fridge because the dirt kept things cool. And she took us into their kitchen, and there was a shower in the kitchen. And she said, "This works out really well because you can sit in the kitchen and eat your granola and watch your friend take a shower." Which, like, I don't know who decided on that setup because I've never wanted to see someone scrub themselves clean while I was eating my Cheerios, but cool. But my favorite part of the tour was definitely when this man walked by us wearing nothing but his whitey tighties, and he was packing, and Hannah turned to us and said, "Excuse me for a moment." And then she turned away from us towards him and screamed, "Jerry, I told you to wear clothes today. We have guests." And Jerry gestured towards his underpants and yelled, "I'm wearing clothes, Hannah."
I hope I never get sober, and I hope when you think of me years down the line, you can't find one good thing to say. And I'd hope that if I found the strength to walk out, you'd stay the hell out of my way. I am drowning.
Yeah, I think I'm done with self-care, and I think I'm going to enter self-destruction now, so, thank you for all your support, but I've decided to be a problem.
Y'all, real talk, how the hell have I been sleeping on this store for so long? They literally have everything I could possibly need to organize my entire life. Seriously, look at all these containers. These are the perfect size for me to store my unaddressed emotional traumas. Finally, somewhere I can store my chronic self-loathing right next to my superiority complex. Genius. Yo, this one has tiny little compartments so I can finally sort out my body dysmorphia by each individual insecurity. They just get me. Guys, this one has wheels so I can carry my financial instability with me into each stage of my life. How cute is this one? It'll be perfect to store my internalized homophobia from growing up closeted in the conservative South. I might need to. And in case you're wondering where I'm going to store my hopes, dreams, and optimism for a better future.
Attention! This is your captain speaking. I've got good news and bad news. The good news is we'll be landing immediately. The bad news is we're crash landing.
Spent a full 5 minutes thinking, man, a watch pot never boils. Turns out it doesn't boil if the person watching it has the brains of an earthworm.
So I'm in the airport, and of course, I see a ruckus. Can you describe the ruckus? Yes, I can. I had to find a corner where I could take my mask off really quick. So this lady gets off the plane in front of me, and then all of a sudden she turns around and tries to get back on the plane. Long story short, the gate agent stops her, says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "When I checked my bag, they told me to retrieve my bag upon landing at my destination, so I want my suitcase." So the gate agent gets her documents. She said, "Ma'am, you checked your bag is at bag claim." And the lady starts arguing with the gate agent. The gate agent says, "Ma'am, look, let me read it to you right here." And the lady gets all mad. She goes, "I know how to read. I have a master's degree." And the gate agent says, "And I have a GED, and I know how to get a bag from bag claim. Let's put our two brilliant minds together and solve this problem." So she walked her to baggage claim, and master's degree didn't say a word.
So I was in this really weird part of the internet last night, and I ended up on this page of female murderers, and this one woman, her name was Belle Gunness, and oh my god. This was in the 1800s. Her and her husband had 4 kids together, and they all had life insurance policies. So she poisoned 2 of the kids, got the life insurance money, and was like, "Oh, I like this." They owned a candy store. She burned that down for insurance money. There were 2 life insurance policies for her husband that overlapped by 1 day, and on that day, she poisoned him and got both. So she took her remaining children and moved to a new farm, burned that farm down for insurance money. Then she got married again and had 2 more kids, poisoned the one and got insurance money, then killed that husband with a meat grinder. She said it just fell on him and she collected the money. Then she put ads out in the paper for a new husband, asked them to bring all of their money to her farm. She took the money and then killed them. Eventually, she set her house on fire with her and her 3 kids inside. And when the police showed up, they found 40 dead bodies. But then that body wasn't hers, it was somebody else's, and she faked her own death. And they never found her.
Watermelon school bus, hi. Watermelon school bus, hi. Watermelon school bus, hi. Watermelon school bus.
asking restaurant workers to write a confession on my delivery order, part 1. All right, so for this first order, we're doing Little Caesars. I placed the order on Uber Eats, so I'm hoping they do it. Can you please have someone write an anonymous confession/secret under the lid? It's for a video. It'll be here pretty soon. Let's see if they actually do it. All right, so it's on the way. It'll be so lame if they didn't do this. All right, here we go. All right, we're going to the kitchen. And the confession is, please, I am quitting this job next week. Yes! Dude! Honestly, that's super juicy. Thank you, Little Caesars, for doing this. Looks like you'll be a person short next week. Follow for more on the series.
In a letter I received from you 2 weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this?
No.
Anyway, all this to say.
Remember when NASA sent a woman to space for only 6 days and they gave her 100 tampons. 100 tampons. And they asked, will that be enough?